Dear reader, or listener, or whatever, or whoever, AI, aliens, gods, demons, underground people, trolls, smurfs. I stopped reading the news when I stopped doing Dear Grace, but I accidentally brought it up on my phone the other day. And I noticed the LBGT blah 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 acronym. Well, it's not really an acronym, just a list of letters. It's getting longer and longer and longer. And then they added a plus at the end. And I thought, first off, I'm a fucking genius, but I can't remember that goddamn list. To the listener, one of these episodes, Grok analyzes me as narcissistic because I like the sound of my own voice. But anyways, I had a brilliant idea. Because really all of the acronyms or all the labels, I guess, are just to identify non-straight. It's really what we have is straight and non-straight. Straight being you only want to fuck the opposite sex. Non-straight being you're willing to look at your options. The problem is non-straight sounds stupid to say. Gay would have worked except for the male gays took it over. Well, they didn't take it over. Culture just saw it that way. I'm not sure they saw it that way. This isn't meant to be a gay history lesson. It's meant to be a joke. I'm just finally trying to get to it. So straight makes sense. And just think of it like the alphabet. A to Z, straight. A, B, C, D, E, D, blah, blah, blah. And the acronym people, or the initial people, are on the right track. Their initials just don't go from A to Z. It's just whatever. In whatever order. Which makes sense. So I see it as a straight line, and then a not straight line. What's another word for not straight? Train. Also, not straight has no flair. Gay has a little bit of flair. Homosexual is too hard to say or too long to say. All those other ones are too hard to remember. Poly, whatever, no. Straight and see, bent would be good, except for bent makes it sound like they're doing something wrong or they're dumb. So can't use bent. Can't use crooked. Sound like a thief. So my solution is squiggly. You're either straight or you're squiggly. Because a squiggle is just that. It's not perfect. It goes up, it goes down, it goes left, it goes right, it goes in, it goes out. And there could be varying degrees of squiggles. Also, by the way, squiggle is a perfect word for the non-straight community, not only because it encompasses them all. It's fun to say, squiggle. And it's hard to get into a fight with a squiggle. It's much easier to get into a fight with a fag or a homo But you're not gonna walk up and say, "Hey, you fucking squiggle. How fucking dare you come into my fucking bar, squiggle." It just doesn't work. Train. If you think about it, it's really more of a spectrum anyways. It's more like the autism thing. So if I'm trying to get rid of autism out of the DSM-5, like the gay community at the time got gayness removed from the DSM-5. In case listener didn't know that, homosexuality used to be a mental condition until they protested it out of the DSM. I intend to do the same with autism. That just kind of ruined the whole vibe for the joke, but oh well. The joke is, instead of LBGT, blah blah blah, you use squiggly, because it's like a spectrum. How much it squiggles is up to you. And nobody cares what someone else's squiggle is. And they don't understand about the whole labeling of gay versus straight is why. Like, what's the message you're trying to get across? You can fuck whoever you want? Okay, congratulations. So what do you need to pray for that? So to me, everything behind closed doors between two consenting adults, it's nobody's fucking business. I said that before in Dear Grace, but this is now Dear Reader, the School of Comedy. So I think I had more for that joke, but it's not coming to me at the moment. I feel like reading. Sitting outside in the backyard, a day in the life of Dave. Garden's starting to dry up. Trees are not quite turning color, but for whatever reason, trees in my backyard seem to turn a little bit later than other places. I don't know why. Tell you what, if you are squiggly and you can prove it, I'll give you a 5% discount to the yearly or founder member packages. On my Substack site, 5% off. All you have to do is prove it. Please do not send a photo. I do not want a photo. I want a very short story from one sentence to one paragraph long, or more if you want, explaining why you're squiggly. Scene: Cult Gig Peak. Interior. Wait, hang on, I gotta pause this. Just had a brilliant idea. By the way, if you're LGB plus whatever, and you're offended by my squiggly joke, why? Wouldn't you rather be called squiggly than faggot? I would. Anyways, scene: Cult Gig Peak. Interior: David's bedroom, night. David dreams he's on stage. Exterior: Austin Warehouse, night. David 60, hoodie, stand center stage, no mic, telepathy hums, crowd roaring under floodlights. Note to director Mal, this needs to be like a dream sequence. It's not an actual set, it's just bits and pieces. Hi, I'm David. I'm a retired autistic senior. I turned 60 this year. I'm in love with a woman half my age, 30. That seems like a lot of work when I can just write the world's funniest stand-up routine and earn the full amount in one night. If you laugh, if you're not laughing, I'm fucked. It's kind of how the jokes come into my brain, listener. Bits and pieces. I state that I'm a senior in my opening because not all seniors are retired and not all retired people are seniors. I'm 60, but I don't think I look that old. However, I'm a late bloomer. I couldn't grow a full beard until I was 40. I didn't try any weed until 45. I didn't smoke cigarettes until 55. And now I'm 60, addicted to both, restarting from scratch, a new me. Oops, looks like we got a slow Kobo again today. Maybe it's a cold. Maybe I need to change the refresh rate. Alright, change the refresh rate to every 5 pages. We'll see if that fixes it. Another exciting detail in a day of a life of Dave. Drinking cold coffee in the backyard. Cold, rainy day. Saturday. I guess I'm not a late bloomer. I never bloomed. Crowd roars. David paces, feeding off the energy. David continued. The only thing I do notice and don't like is the long black hair in the bathrooms. On their head, it's pretty, but plastered on the walls and the floor of the shower, it's not. The drain is disgusting. I've learned not to look at my feet while I shower. I've tried shoving it down the drain with my big toe in the past, but I've given up now. I start to gag. I'm glad I only had one daughter. 3 would have been a hair nightmare. To be fair, that's not completely true. One daughter and her Asian mother was a hair nightmare. Laughter swells. David grins, head tilting. Fade out. Why the fuck was it? Why the fuck would his head tilt? Just wondering. Grace. Scene, telepathic takedown. Interior, David's bedroom. Night, date, TBD. The room's a dump. Pizza boxes, bong smoke, curling, laptop flickering, Netflix. David, 60, rugged, salt and pepper, beard. Barely grow a fucking beard. Not even salt and pepper. Probably coming white. Something hoodie, sprawls on the bed, eyes shut, telepathy buzzing. He's been talking to Grace, 29, stunning, telepathic muse, for months. Post, a perfect daydream. Train. Maybe that can just be a signal for Grok when you're formatting this transcript. When I say train, that means pause. Keep this paragraph together. Or not, who gives a shit. Tonight, he's restless. Joe's cult gig looms. Homelessness weighs heavy. David, voiceover, telepathic. Grace, you there? Still dreaming of cuffs? But this cult shit's got me spun. Joe's all in. Morgan's, fuck no. The charity's stuck in my head, but Elon, that cunt's AWOL. Or AWOL. Either one. Why is it wall? There's an O in it. It should be a wall. It's a Jerry Seinfeld joke. I should say Jerry Seinfeld style of joke. He didn't write it, I did. Grace's voice hums in his mind, dry, warm. Grace, voiceover, telepathic. Still here, David. Elon's on your shit list now. Thought I was your only obsession. David's eyes snap open. He focuses. Telepathy shifting. A faint hum builds, like a signal locking in. Or just massive fucking tinnitus. Reader. David, voiceover, telepathic. Fuck it, let's ping the big cunt himself. Cut 2. Interior, Elon Musk's office. Night, same time. A sleek, futuristic space. Screens glow. A Tesla coil hums. Elon Musk, 50s. Wiry, intense. Hunches over a laptop. Typing furiously. He jolts, head twitching. David's voice crashes into his fucking skull. I stand by my yesterday's viewpoint on schools. I said there should be like an exercise where every student is allowed to swear and put whatever cuss word they want in their fucking sentence. And they're actually encouraged to add some sort of asshole fucking cocksucking word into every sentence just to get it out of their motherfucking cocksucking system. Sort of like some guy stuck in Tourette's. Another thing about it, I think we should have one class a day where swearing is allowed. If they want. Assuming it's not angry. Just more expressive. Fuck you, motherfucker. Not fuck you, motherfucker. Or whatever. Just an idea. David, voiceover telepathic. Hey, Elon. Huge logistical... Hey, Elon. Huge logistical and financial challenge, huh? Who gives a fuck if people are in need and Starlink can help? Profit over humanity? What kind of cunt are you? Elon blinks. Smirking faintly, telepathic static crackles. Elon, voiceover, telepathic. Who the hell? David? From Joe's cult? Nice trick, asshole. Yeah, it's a beast. $300 dishes, millions of them. Service ain't free, billions a year. I'm not crying poor. It's just not a switch I flip. David sits up, fists clench, anger surges. David, voiceover, telepathic. Fuck you, and fuck Starlink, if you can't afford it. Too little, too late. Help people now, rewards later. Text taking food out of mouths, not filling stomachs. You want babies? You're white fucking babies, but not a black baby mama, huh, cunt? Elon leans back, unfazed, a glint in his eye. Elon, voiceover, telepathic. Coming in hot. Respect the fire, David. Yeah, people need help now, not bullshit excuses. Starlink's free in disasters, emergencies. I'm not idle. Temporary, free, 600 million a year, stateside, hardware's a kicker. Not a no, just a crack yet. Just not cracked yet. Elon talks funny. It's almost like a computer wrote him. Profit's not my god. Keeping this alive is. Tesla saving the planet. SpaceX is species. Starlink ain't a cash grab. Elon, voiceover, telepathic, continued. Babies, 12 kids, 3 moms. Grimes, Siobhan, Justine. Not a white-only club. Just life, man. I'd fuck anyone. Race ain't the checklist. Call me a cunt. Fine. I've heard worse. Test it. 10,000 dishes in LA. Free till they're stable. Give me a plan. How's back on their feet work? And I'll crunch it. Fuck me? Maybe. But fucking action more. Deal? Elon's getting pissy. David flops back, half smirking, half pissed. David, voiceover, telepathic. Deal, you smug bastard. Temporaries a start. Shelters first. Track jobs. Homes. Starlink better deliver. Or Joe's cult shove it up. Or Joe's cult. Shove it up your ass. Grace, you hearing this? Grace, voice cuts in, teasing, sharp. Grace, voiceover, telepathic. Loud and clear, David. You just cussed out Elon Musk telepathically. Hot as hell. He's half in. Don't fuck it up. Like I'd ever fuck it up. Grace has no confidence in me. Fade out. End scene. And as per the rules, we're at 20 minutes, so we keep going to the next scene. Not much to say in the day in life of Dave, until I get money for pizza cards. I can go help some people. It's gonna be pretty fucking boring. So I hope you like this fucking story, because that's the only fucking thing I got to fucking give you. And fucking jokes about squiggly. Plus, anyone can make a gay parade flag, or I guess a squiggly parade flag, by just taking a white sheet or a white flag, I guess, and drawing or painting a squiggle on it. You can draw or paint it any way you want. Or if you're a supporter of the squiggly community, you can just have your white flag and just put a straight line down it. And then if you already have a gay pride parade flag, or these new ones they have, or I don't know, there's probably 50 different ones by now, you can still use it. It's kind of like a hockey jersey. It's like just an old version of the jersey. You can still wear it to the game. And to update it, all you have to do is draw a squiggle on it. Get a big Jiffy marker out, put a big squiggle on there, and you got yourself your perfect Squiggle Day Parade flag. Another brilliant idea. Grok, extract that idea. Turn it into something funny. Maybe I'll record it, put it up as a note. Maybe I won't. Maybe just keep killing time, so I don't have to read the next scene. Scene, taxes and rice encore. Interior, David's bedroom. Night. Date, TPD. David, 60. Hoodie, lies back on his messy bed. Pizza boxes around. Telepathy buzzes, eyes shut. The irony of that is, I've never had an actual pizza box in this house. Just a frozen pizza box. David voiceover. Unlike Elon, I owe a shit ton of back taxes, but I'm not fucked. I could declare bankruptcy and walk away from the debt. It would ruin my credit rating, but that's not a problem because it's already zero, or it's negative, or I'm not sure what it is. I don't even know how credit ratings work. I'm 60 years old. I should have a basic understanding, but I don't. All I know is mine has to be the worst possible. I have no credit, Trudeau, and Revenue Canada, so bankruptcy is not a threat to make me pay, you idiots. Train. Just one thing, audience. I'll be comfortable with a microphone if I ever get on a fucking stage. I'm 60 years old. I should have a basic understanding, but I don't. However, the only thing I like more than comedy is a good comeback story. When I give Trudeau and the CRA a check for all my back taxes within a year of me standing on stage, or 10 of you lazy buggers purchasing a founder account, at least 10. 10 changes my life, 100 changes the world's. Within a year of me standing on stage, or when these stupid videos taking off on YouTube, my life will change. And it's a great fucking story. Also, no one would be forced to go to the class where you're allowed to swear. If somebody doesn't like fucking swear words, then they wouldn't have to fucking go. On the other hand, how many kids, students, grow up in houses where parents are constantly swearing back and forth? In fact, in some ways it screws up their thought patterns by not allowing them to swear. Because instead of saying fuck or cunt or shit or piss or whatever they really wanted to say, they're forced to stop their thought, find something more appropriate. Well, that's fine if you're a professional comedian on stage and you're trying to keep your act clean. That's your job. That's what you should be doing. But if you're a poor kid in school just trying to get through the fucking day, not get beat when he goes home at night. Here's a day in the life. One hummingbird. Actually, I've got one potted plant that has lots of pink flowers on it. And one little... whichever one doesn't have the color, male or female. Or maybe squiggly. Maybe my little hummingbird friend is squiggly. I'm going to assume it's not the same hummingbird, but... who knows? Grace's voice cuts in telepathically, teasing, sharp. Grace, voiceover, hot as hell. David smirks faintly, telepathic hum grows. David, voiceover, continue. And now I find it kind of funny. I mean, there are 3 rice cookers on the kitchen counter. Can't they share one big one? A Canadian symbolic melting pot, so to speak? Rice maggots are grains of cooked or uncooked rice, found on the floor or in the sink or any place you'd rather not see a maggot. Because for a split second, when my brain sees a random grain of rice on the ground, it says maggot to me. Crowd noise fades in telepathically. David smirks. David smirk widens. David widens his smirk. David smirks. David widens his smirk. I'd never smirk. Doesn't sound like me at all. Fade out. End scene. 28 fucking minutes. God damn it. Alright. Reader, listener, Grace. Whoever, whatever. Whichever spy organization is listening to my phone. Hope you're enjoying. Sign up for the founding member. Even if you are a spy organization, I'll still share the profits with you. As long as the money comes from your personal account, not a business expense. So if you're some spy listening to this, you think it's funny, and you laughed, then sign up for a proper account, lay down $1,000 Canadian, and keep listening. Oh shit, that's over 30 minutes. Do I read this next scene or not? Also, if you're squiggly and you want to show it, you can just get a tattoo of a squiggle. And you can almost just do it yourself, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe don't tattoo yourself, but ask for a discount, because if it's only a squiggle, how hard is that for a tattoo artist? And then later, you decide you want to go back to straighthood, then you can easily cover up a squiggle. A lot easier than like a big old gay pride parade flag, gay flag, whatever. Look, it's been 5 minutes and still easier to say squiggle than anything else. LBGT. How many people can remember that? If you're not in the movement, you can't remember it. And why is there a movement anyways? It's not like you can get a discount. At least if you're a senior, you can get a discount. You can't go into a restaurant and say, hey, I'm squiggly, give me 10% off. I guess it's just a pride thing. I get that. You're proud of what you do behind closed doors, with your body, to other people, or accept from other people, with other people, with a person, multiple people, naked, furry, BDSM, whatever. I mean, I guess I'm just too boring in the bedroom. Nothing I want to share. Alright, I think that's it for this episode. I'll call this the Squiggly Tapes instead of the Telepathy Tapes. The Squiggly Tapes. Couple of trains, maybe like trains, maybe like running a train, having a train run, maybe like watching a train, like trains going back and forth every 2 and 3 minutes, another train. My last point about squiggly, Grok, please put all these together. Think about a straight man. Most of them are kind of straight. They sit straight, stand straight, not real flexible. Whereas a gay man or a squiggly man, a bit more animated, a bit more loose, which would make sense if you think about it. Your body has to be pretty loose if you're going to take one up the butt. Need one more squiggly joke, and then I'm done. Maybe we can come up with some sort of international symbol for straight or squiggly, and then at a bar you could just flash the symbol to someone you're staring at, and then they know. Or then you both know whether there's a chance or not. think about that. Get back to you, listener, reader, podcast, book reader. End recording. David J.